Thanks so much for joining us for another video from Stief Adventure. Today we're going to look at a couple of items from a company that is Dutch Gear. I'll put a link in the description. Now we're going to be looking at these guys. So the Wasp, which is the titanium piece, the little clips, and also the Flea, which we'll introduce you to in a minute. So why is this fun? Well, this is a guy line. It's 35 feet long and it's super light. It's very trick, and you'll see why in a minute. So this is going to be a static setup very quickly that we would use if we're using, what I do is there's a bag tarp, and then we have a second system we'll show you. So this is real slick. It's very light. It's a tiny piece, goes around the tree, clips in. That's one end rigged. That's all we have to do. Then we move down to the Wasp. Now the Wasp is something that can move on the line, but we'll see that it slightly locks itself in place because of the in and out nature. So if you put your finger in here, the line slides very easily. So we'll pick a spot. Let's see, right in here should work. We'll put it in place. Now there's a pinch and lock on this, guys. So you take a pinch over the stinger of the Wasp itself, then the whole thing pulls tight, and now it's locked in place so it doesn't move. Then we can go around our big anchor point, come back to the hook, then we'll go this way, out to the front around the antenna, over the back, behind and under the wing, and that's our ridge line created. Now you can go and make more attachments here, but everything I've heard from the expert says that it doesn't add a lot of strength. It just adds a little bit of complexity. But that's how easy it is to rig your line. Moving over to the other setup that we've got, it's got a more of a dynamic line. So in this setup, you'll see that there's a loop here tied out to the mid anchor on the tarp, and then one of those tiny hooks again, which is just hooked in, goes out around the tree and comes back. This line goes through and through these Hennessy snake skins. So this line travels all the way down. The tarp is wadded up inside these snake skins, which are removable. Here's our tarp. Snake skin on the other end. The line travels the full length, pops out here again, and then goes down around the tree, making this other open loop, and then is secured in a similar way with the Flea, which is a much smaller version of the Wasp. So we would pull, if we were undoing it, we'd pull out from under the wing, we'd probably go over the back, or in this case it's just around the wing again, and then out to the face. So you can't do this wrong. I would probably go over and then back, just because it makes me feel better, not because it's any more secure. Now, why would you want to do something like that? Well, as you can see, it's very quick to set up, but the tarp is movable. So if I need to move my tarp down this way a little bit after I've set up, because it just fits my campsite a little better, no problem. If it needs to be up here more, to be in the middle, again, very easy. And then you can set your hammock up in this space. And is your tarp a little bit low, like mine often is? Well, that's not a problem. Let's just slide it up a little bit. So these are just a couple of quick ways that you can use the Dutch Gear, get this right, Flea, their hooks, their line, and also the Wasp that we saw earlier on. I hope this is helpful, and as always, stay sharp, and thanks for joining us for another video from Stief Adventure Academy.